The delegate from Lunenburg, Delegate Wright.
Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Delegate has the floor.
Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, I think we all agree today that we have a violence control problem in this country. We need to seek some solutions for it. It's not just gun control. In my opinion, it's human control. I want to read you something I found on my desk this morning, a news article. In a recent Maryland case, MS-13 gang members were charged with stabbing a victim more than 100 times, decapitating and dismembering him, and ripping his heart out before throwing him into a grave in Wheaton Regional Park. In Columbus, Ohio last week, 23 alleged MS-13 members were charged in a racketeering conspiracy. And in Long Island, New York, there was a grisly murder, including 2 teenage girls who were slain with machetes and a baseball bat. Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, regardless of the method used and whoever the person may be that commits these violent atrocities, we must all condemn them. And the question is, what do we do about it? Well, the first solution that I'll offer is prayer. Now, it used to be that was used quite often, and people respected it. Now, when you say that your thoughts and prayers go out to the families of the ones who have been murdered by whatever method, they say the answer is your thoughts and prayers are not enough. Well, I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the prayers are enough. That is a problem. Our country is drifted. We're getting exactly what we have sown. And when we turn God out of the school systems, when our families teach no respect for children as they go into the school systems, and when you see numerous acts of violence, you needn't wonder why. Our society is headed in the wrong direction. And the answer that I would say is we need to go to the Lord in prayer and ask Him to help this country. And as far as gun control, what would you tell the people that are coming out of the armed forces that have been overseas fighting for us? That they cannot use guns to protect themselves? You're going to limit the types of magazines they can have? How about the 1 gun a month? I'll tell you a short story about a man and a woman. They had 2 young children. The man had to go to work, and the woman was at home alone with the children, 2 young girls. She noticed strangers outside. She called the police. They said it'd probably be 15 minutes before we can get there. We're on our way. She called her husband and said, "What do I do?" He said, "You take those little girls and go upstairs, and you know where I've got the guns. You go in and lock the door. Hope these people are there for nothing more than to rob the home." That, unfortunately, was not the case. They came searching throughout the house for the mother and the 2 young girls. And she was telling her husband the whole time, I can hear them coming. They're beating on the door. What should I do? And the man says, "You get that gun out. Get both guns. When they come through that door, you start shooting. And don't stop until you've taken care of every single person that's coming after our family." Now, that may not happen, and hopefully it won't happen on a very regular basis. But I will never agree to give up the Second Amendment rights that I and my constituents have to defend ourselves just because it's a politically correct thing to do to say guns are the problem. I repeat, guns are not the problem. It's a human problem, a problem of the heart. And as mentioned earlier, it comes from evil that's in the hearts of men. And until that is replaced with love, we'll not solve the problem. Thank you very much.
Delegate from Charlottesville, Delegate Toscano.
Thank you. I rise for a request.
Delegate has the floor.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I request that the House stand in recess until 12:02.
Mr. Speaker,
Delegate for Shenandoah, Delegate Gilbert.
point of order.
Delegate has the floor.
Is that a request?
That's a motion.
Mr. Speaker, I have a motion.
Delegate has the floor.
I move that the House stand in recess until 12:02 p.m.
Delegate Gilbert moves the House stand in recess until 12:02 p.m. All those in favor of that motion signify by saying aye. All those opposed, no.